Happy Devils Sunday. This is the Let's Go Devils podcast Sunday edition. Almost said Devils After Dark.
You forget there for a second?
I almost forgot.
Yeah. All right.
Anyway. Coming to you live from the Primetime Radio Studios bunker in beautiful New Jersey and Scotty's historic landmark apartment where Michael J. Fox used to reside in Beverly Hills, California.
I'm going to get a cease and desist from J. Fox soon, being like, I never lived in that dump.
Yeah. Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah, probably. We probably will.
Yeah.
Streaming live on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, Twitter Live, and Twitch on the Let's Go Devils Network, piping them in from the highest point of New Jersey. We got Short Sky.
There he is.
Hey.
All right.
What's going on, guys? Oh, man.
How's that James Dolan internet working for you?
Oh gosh, I can't wait to dump this James Dolan internet, which we've spoken. Its days are numbered, thankfully.
Oh, is there breaking news update on your James Dolan internet?
Not yet. We're not ready to announce the breaking news, but the days of the James Dolan internet empire up here in the highest point in New Jersey are numbered, and I'm counting down the days.
Well, I
cannot wait.
The audience, I know, but Scotty doesn't know. But the audience don't know.
Scotty, I'll fill you in offline, Scotty.
Well, I'm just gonna be a blabbermouth. Breaking news: sources telling me that because of the popularity of the Let's Go Devils podcast, a certain fiber company has decided to invest millions of dollars to go to the mountaintop in the highest point in New Jersey, where there's nobody but Short Sky, to give him broadband so he can do this podcast and wear shirts that say Rangers suck.
Yeah, more confirmed, unconfirmed sources are reporting that I'm going to have hopefully better internet by the beginning of this coming season. So better internet and hopefully a new location within the house here at the highest point in New Jersey. So
that's
big
E5.
news coming up.
E5.
Big doing. Yeah, E5. It's an E5. It's confirmed, unconfirmed. And, same sources that brought you that Dawson Mercer was going to be no, it wasn't Dawson Mercer. It was Alexander Holtz was going to be as good as Alexander Ovechkin. And yes. And I don't know, what else can we make up? Let's make some other confirmed sources up. Let's make
Nico Hischier will win more Selkies than Patrice Bergeron.
All right. Another, you heard it here first, another unconfirmed, unconfirmed. Nico Hischier is going to win. There's a good hot take for you. Yeah, there's a good hot take. Nico Hischier is going to win more Selkies than Patrice Bergeron. So there's another confirmed, unconfirmed source giving you some breaking news. So
also breaking over the wire as well, Alexander Holtz is learning how to skate.
Oh, which will finally get him to those Alexander Ovechkin type numbers.
Yes. You heard it here first.
Yep.
Hot take news.
The skate his way to the circle and just wait for a pass. That's what you got to do. That's all.
Yes.
That's it, Holtzy. That's all we're asking for you. All right, bud? Come on.
Yep.
Make your way to the circle and arm the canyon.
Yep.
Cannon.
And score more, get more goals and points than Alexander Ovechkin. That's all we're asking. It's just a small task. It's just a small task.
Is that too much to ask for? Can you score 70 goals in the season, Alex? Come on.
Oh man, Sam. Sam, I've got another confirmed, unconfirmed bit of breaking news.
What's that?
Samu had another salad tonight.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Another confirmed, unconfirmed source tells me that
it was a surf and turf salad.
Yes.
That's a special surf and turf. Okay, very nice.
Tell me what you know, because I'm going to deny it, but tell me what you know.
Well, you know what?
I saw there were some special bread greens. I like how you have those bread greens that are over there. Yeah, those are nice. Yeah. Those are convenient. Yeah.
I don't know how much we should divulge. Is Mrs. Wu listening to this? Because that'll determine how much we can actually talk about. If Mrs. Wu is listening,
no, she wants to know. She wants to know.
Okay, so Mrs. Wu wants to know. So Mrs. Wu, it was a very healthy looking green salad. Looked like they had a lot of tomatoes. It looked like a very healthy vinaigrette type dressing. No lobster, no steak, none of that.
Crab, but there was crab in there. I have to be truthful.
There was that imitation crab that you can get at Costco.
It's real crab.
It's real crab.
Real crab. It was a crab cake burger surrounded by salad and a bun. 2 buns.
Oh,
that's right. That's those bread greens that you have. They're special. They're they only grow in New Jersey. It's lettuce, but it comes out as a bun. That's all.
It's amazing how that happens. It's amazing.
Yeah.
And it was tasty.
Technology.
Yeah,
exactly.
I had a business luncheon with Nick Volano. I visited his fortress. It's not a bunker; it's a fortress in somewhere undisclosed location in South Jersey.
I said Fortress of Solitude, and Sam was dumbfounded. He had no idea what that meant. I'm like, oh my god.
Really? Oh man, Sam.
Have you ever watched Superman in your life or read a comic book? Ever?
No, I had to study.
Nerd.
I had to study. Yep. I had to study. Anyway. Today's title, we'll talk about other things, but because of today's title, was inspired by our good friend Nate, good friend of the podcast. And
who apparently makes you cookies, huh?
Yeah. Me and Mrs. Blue cookies. Delicious.
Wait, cookies or cookies?
They are plant-based cookies.
So little Steve can have them.
Okay.
Yeah,
little Steve can have
cookies. Yeah, they're made out of salad, but somehow they taste very, very. It was a snickerdoodle or whatever. I forgot what it was called. Anyway,
is this like the fat-free yogurt from Seinfeld that wasn't actually fat-free?
Oh, I didn't watch that show.
Oh, I forgot. Look who I'm talking to over here.
Yeah, seriously.
The guy who doesn't know what the Fortress of Solitude is.
Yeah, I'm studying math books as a kid. But anyway, since we've got, thanks to all your donations and super chats, we've got graphics. And this is from Nate.
Wow.
Yeah, this is from Nate.
This.
Yeah, look at that. High tech. It is, I'm getting better with the production value of this fine programming during the off season.
It's about time.
Yeah,
it's about time, Sam.
Yeah,
it's only been years.
Yeah, you know what? Better late than never. Anyway,
exactly.
Anyway, on Twitter, also known as X, I think it's at Ataku Nate Show on Twitter. Potential topic for this Sunday's Let's Go Devils podcast. How should the Devils handle a team Hall of Fame? Who should be the first inductees? How many should go in every year? Where do they place the plaques or markers of the inductees? And also, just to let you know, we've had a slight internet outage, so it may be a little choppy right now. I'm kind of fixing it on the fly as I'm talking. But I'll let you guys.
It's not Shorts Guy's fault. It's not Shorts Guy's fault.
Multitasking.
Yeah.
Wow.
But it seems like it's smoothed out. But hey, it happens here at the bunker,
Mm-hmm.
That's how Sam Wu burns calories. He fixes internet outages. That's how he does it.
Exactly.
That's how I maintain this great figure, Anyway.
I like this question. I think it's
this
something.
Was good.
This is a good one. I think it's something that we should have. I mean, I have a couple of ideas that just jumped out immediately in my head for, where it should be. Obviously, I wonder who some of the first. Oh, sorry, I moved the wrong way. I wonder who some of the first inductees might be. Going in. But yeah, I think this is a really good idea, and I think it's a long time coming. I love that. The Mets do this. Obviously, the Yankees have Monument Park out there, which I think is really great. I think it should be something that every fan can just go and access anytime they're at a game. There should be no extra admission price to get into the Devils Hall of Fame. Everyone should be able to walk through there. Would love to see some of that, game worn and game played, memorabilia like goalie pads and pucks and sticks and helmets and everything else. I think it would be a really, really good idea and is definitely long overdue.
Yeah, it's we're now going into the 41st year of this team, and we've had 3 Stanley Cups. We've been to the Cup Finals, 5 different times. We've had a plethora of different teams, iterations of the team, and a plethora of different, phenomenal players. Some of them are over your left shoulder there, Scotty, specifically.
Mm-hmm.
But this team now has a history and a legacy here in New Jersey. So yeah, it's about time that we start doing it. Although getting into a Hall of Fame, it kind of gets into that argument, like how many per year. That's what I was hung up on was how many per year, because you don't want to get into a situation like what we see with the Hockey Hall of Fame currently, at least in my opinion, where now they're kind of starting to let in, because of a lack of goalies, they let a couple goalies in this year that their numbers were kind of like, meh, like I don't know if they were Hall of Fame caliber. So it's one of those things where you really have to look at who your available players are and have a set criteria of what's going to be a Hall of Fame New Jersey Devil hockey player. And I think that you could definitely have the discussion and arguments and some heated debate about it. But I know I have about I have a couple bouncing around in my head who I would like to see as the first bunch to go in. I'm still, some of the parts of this I'm still a little up in the air on it, but I've definitely got my input on this as well.
Yeah, and I think with the first year, maybe they have a number of names that get put in there. Maybe spreading it out through the season to celebrate each of their legacies. Obviously, Dr. McMullen, original owner of the team, of course. You got to have Lou Lambs in there.
Yes,
I'm not sure how you can skip someone like Doc Emmerich either, in your first initial year. And then obviously the 5, retired numbers as well. If you put 8 in there in your first year, but you spread it out over the year, celebrating one of them on specific nights, I think it could go over very nicely. An unveiling of like a plaque, kind of like a bronze statue or whatever, some in-game memorabilia like we talked about from each member. Would love to have, like maybe Doc's old microphone up there or his old headset. That would be really cool to check out.
That'd be cool, yeah.
Yeah. Maybe some old stationery from Lou Lambs and stuff like that, where he used to jot down some trade ideas or the old chalkboard or something like that.
Or Chico's Zeppelis they used to eat, that's about
there you
15
go.
years old.
There you go. So, I mean, there's plenty of names that could be put into this, but I think you start with some of those, the really, really big ones, and then each year, maybe two or 3, that's it, so you don't overwhelm it, because eventually you're going to catch up. And then, like you said, it's going to you don't want it to get like meaningless,
Exactly.
You want these to be your real Hall of Fame players. And it should be difficult to get in. It shouldn't be someone who's just there, for a season or 2, who maybe had some good years, like someone who we're still paying a contract on named Kovalchuk. I don't know that he gets into the Devils Hall of Fame. He
didn't even cross my mind when thinking about this.
Yeah, but he had great numbers for a couple years.
He did.
But
he did. But
I'd be. Go ahead.
Not a long lasting effect though. So he's not even.
No.
He's not even near.
No. I would definitely have like someone like John McClane, up there, someone who
Mhm.
was not only, he coached for a number of years as an assistant, a disastrous head coach situation there, but, he was an assistant coach for a long time, but scored that goal to get the Devils into the playoffs, was a long tenured person on the team. This is where we can also maybe, highlight some lines, like the crash line, the A line, other than if you're not going to put someone like maybe Jason Arnott in there, Elias is going in. Does Peter Sikora go in? If not, maybe they put in the A line, the crash line. The old Madden and Pandolfo and Breland, does that line get put in there as just a remarkable shutdown checking line from back in the day? There's different ways that they can go about doing this, which really open up a lot of different venues for highlighting the history of this franchise. And let's face it, 40 years, we're damn lucky as fans. I know this past little run here hasn't been too good, but we've got a lot of treasured history with this franchise in a short amount of time. I mean, just look across the river and how long they've been in there, and
they're an original 16 with only 4 Stanley Cups. So whatever they want to say, we're one behind them, and they had plenty of more opportunities to win them. And then, obviously Billy Dean always argues, the Canadians won a lot, and so did Toronto. It's like, well, you only had to beat 5 other teams for a very long time. You only had to beat 5 other teams. It's it.
It was beer league back then,
and you couldn't. It was beer league. So
there's a participation trophy, the Stanley Cup.
Yeah, well, but then there gets into the argument, like the Rangers. Across the river seem to be retiring numbers basically because you showed up at times. They're retiring numbers 2 or 3 times over for players. Now, I don't know the history of some of these players, so maybe I'm talking wrong here, but it seems like the Rangers are starting to retire numbers for the sake of just, getting fans in the building and retire numbers. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't really care about that
Noonan
team.
Night? Did you go to Brian Noonan night?
No, man, I missed it. He was
missed part of the '94 Rangers. What are you talking about?
I know.
Oh, I had my tickets for Jeff Bukaboom night. Come on.
If they had their way, they would retire every number on that '94 roster, and that would be 20 less numbers that they could use, going forward. So it is what it is.
But this is also a good way to have a Hall of Fame and avoiding all of that jersey retirement for the real, true
that's like
legends
the
of the franchise.
That's the highest you can be in the Hall of Fame, but then when your numbers retire, that should be it. Like that's you're above, the ones that are up there already. The 30, 26, 27, 3 and 4.
3 and 4.
Eventually we may see 18, possibly. Looking a little bit, you can speculate down the line. We may see 13. We may see 86, depending on how their careers pan out.
Number 6.
Might see 43 as well.
Might see 43 if he keeps that number, because we're seeing some potential number changes for jerseys this coming season, so we'll see. But that should be the highest. That's absolute highest award you can get, or accolade you can get as a Devil, is to get your number retired.
Right, and thinking about someone who had a long tenured career, who played really, really well on some not so good teams. You think about former captain Andy Green. Yeah. Is he going to get his number retired? No. But could he be in the Devils Hall of Fame? Yeah, I think you could make the case for that.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is a way to honor those. This is a way to honor that level of player for the New Jersey Devils, like the Andy Greens. You're in the Hall of Fame. You're being honored by the team for all of the years that you served this team. You did really well. Are you going to get your number retired? No. But are you still going to be honored by the team for what you did for this franchise? Absolutely. Here it is.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's a really good idea. I know we have the Ring of Honor there and everything like that, but I like the idea of a Hall of Fame a lot better. And I don't know about you guys, but the first place that popped into my head that I thought this Hall of Fame should be is the old Gold Bar over there, which is right where, they do the broadcast and everything. That'd be a cool thing to see, like Erica and Bryce each time they're going to the TV set, walking through the Devil's Hall of Fame. It's very accessible to everybody. You just got to walk up those stairs. I don't know if maybe some may think that's a little too hidden. Maybe they want it out in the open on a concourse, on one of the concourses somewhere. But that was my initial thought, was the old Gold Bar, turn that into, the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I like that. That's one of the things that I was kind of hung up on is where I didn't even think of the Gold Bar, because that's been transformed.
Boy, look at that typing, by the way.
Look at that.
We got some good spacage going on there. Whoa, boy. Jeez.
Space after the comma. After the comma, Sam. Oh, now we got a minus.
Yeah, after the comma. Oh, now we got a minus thing.
It's a dash. It's a bullet point. I don't know how to do this.
That's not a bullet
There's a space
point.
After. Weren't you studying? I heard you were studying and not watching Superman movies. Yeah, we don't.
Exactly.
There's no space after your commas?
Now we got a double negative. Oh my gosh. What is this? There's no cursor. This is not Chicago style, 17th manual Chicago style. Do you have your sources?
Do you have
cited?
a space bar?
Are 3, 4,
yeah.
Are 3, 4, 26, 27, and 30 cited? Where's your evidence, Sam? Where's your evidence? Oh man. So I was kind of stuck on where to place this. And one of the ideas that I kind of came up with would require to do a little bit of work to the building. That old smokers lounge balcony, maybe retrofit that and put some kind of a glass enclosure on top of that. So it's kind of one of those things that can be seen from the outside, but you can access it from the inside. I thought that would be kind of cool to kind of build onto that, because that was always a pretty cool little balcony. Even when you weren't a smoker, it was kind of cool to go hang out out there and like be in the open air. But since that's not really, I don't even know if that's utilized for a smoker's lounge anymore. But I thought that would be a pretty cool type of location where you can kind of enclose it in glass, have like kind of like an area that you could do that, and kind of like a unique style area where you could also see it from the outside while accessing it and seeing it from the inside as well. I thought that would be pretty cool location.
Damn. I got into the Devil's Hall of Fame. Why didn't anyone tell me?
Wow.
Thanks, Samuel, for letting me know.
Scotty,
I had no idea.
Man. Hey, wow. Scotty, can we have the first official interview after your induction?
Oh, man. And I'm seeing here, and these are great. These are two great names over here from Shane and Joseph Lanham, Lindros Killer. Very nice. Two names that I don't know I would put down for a jersey retirement, but I would put down for Hall of Fame, and that's Travis Zajac, even though Joseph says his number should be retired. And Valeri Zelepukin. That's a great one from back in the day. The old the old sizzle line there with C-Mac, Zelepukin, and Lemieux for a while.
That's a good one. And there's another one you can throw in there is Lemieux, too.
Claude Lemieux is a good one.
I think we should, after he got that deal done for Timo Meyer, 8 years. That was probably the stipulation. All right. Normally, I don't go that low. I don't go that low normally with my clients, but hey, if I get paid in other ways, that's fine. Doesn't count against the cap.
And thank you, Peter, for bringing this up. Please, please just move that Marty statue into wherever they put this Hall of Fame. Please move the Marty statue to the Hall of Fame instead of it being buried on the side of the arena that no one goes in.
That's not true.
I mean, I go by that.
Who goes in on that side?
I
Everyone comes in through Championship Plaza.
I park over on that side.
You do?
Yeah, it's cheaper
I do.
there. Yeah.
Yeah, it's yeah.
I never drive in. I always take the train. Anyone who takes a train in doesn't walk by it because they're going through Championship Plaza, and they go in right there on that side where we are with American whiskey and all the bars and all the fun. Why isn't Marty's statue should be in Championship Plaza? He's a champion.
Listen. We don't all live in parts of New Jersey where public transportation is easily accessible. Some of us live in areas where you have to drive everywhere and park in places where you have to walk by that statue. So I see that statue every time I go to the game.
I never see it because I go in right through where Championship Plaza
is. You live in California. And go to 3 games a year.
But even when I was in Jersey, though, I would always take the train to the game. I never drove. I always take the train, either coming from work in the city or coming from where I lived. There was was quick access to the public transportation. So for me, being that we have an area that's called Championship Plaza, maybe we should put the statue of the guy that won 3 championships in said plaza.
Scotty,
brought us to 2 more finals. Yeah, Scotty, I get it.
Peter Seifert.
What's that?
Wants you to know, because he's wanting you to read his comment in the YouTube Live. Just tapping in, has there been any discussion as to who's the next monument should be at the arena, and also the state of the disarray of the Marty statue? It's in bad shape, the Marty statue. What do you mean bad shape?
Well, that's what I'm saying.
It's in bad shape.
Move it into the Hall of Fame or move it to Championship Plaza.
I can stand there like this.
You've got the gear.
Yeah, I could do that on the big stage.
Some of it's mine.
Yeah, but that's okay. It's just the stick, right? I think the stick is yours.
The stick, the jersey, the chest protector might be mine.
No, not the chest protector. I got that at where did I get? I got it at a sporting goods store in Flanders, New Jersey.
I will tell you what I'm jealous.
Play it against sports.
I am jealous you have that helmet and I don't, so I will say that.
I still think they should move that over to Championship Plaza over there, because that is really the main entrance for the majority of fans, and where they're going to hang out pregame. All the bars and everything over there. I'll use. I'm here in LA. Let me tell you, whatever the hell it's called now, Crypto Arena, Staples Center, all those statues of like Shaq and Kobe and Magic Johnson and Wayne Gretzky and Luke Robitaille, they are all right at the main entrance. And I can't tell you how many people every time I'm over there are just lined up taking pictures at those statues. I feel like that Marty one, if it was over in Championship Plaza, you would see it everywhere on social media when people are going to the game. They would all be stopping to snap pictures there, paying tribute to the legend. But I feel like that was just the wrong spot to put it in.
So to kind of go along with that, I feel like this past season with the playoff run that we had was one of the first times that we kind of saw that natural culture of hanging out outside on Edison Place and in Championship Plaza kind of finally build. So it's really this season, as far as I'm concerned, that we finally saw that idea of just let's all chill out in the street before the game, have a cup.
James Dolan internet.
He'll come back in like 5 seconds.
Yeah.
I'm counting down the days. I'm counting down the days so I can get rid of this James Dolan internet. The press release is ready. Just it'll be a breaking news podcast when just set your alerts for the breaking news podcast.
I'll watch it crash too.
Oh my gosh. No, because we're going to test it beforehand.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, like I was trying to say, this was really one of the first seasons where we really saw that atmosphere
Oh, there it goes again.
Oh,
Well, I mean, you could say that, but also, I mean, I remember going to like 2012 Cup Finals, and ESPN was set up outside, and everybody was kind of
see,
chilling out
20,
there. And
see, even
I mean, it was because the
even
team has been bad for a while, though. That
it has
also
been bad for a
something to
while.
do with
But
it.
even like 2012, and Sammy will attest to this. We hung out at the Arena Bar, which was on the other side of the arena. We hung out and tailgated in the parking lot next to Arena Bar. We went to that Chinese food restaurant that was in a building that had 3 walls and half a roof, which was really damn good. Chinese food out of nowhere. So even back then, we were always on that side of the arena. That's where we hung out. We hung out at the Arena Bar. But with the Arena
So I
Bar
guess we were
kind of
just
going,
opposite, because I used to go to Dino Barbecue all the time, and that place would always
So
be packed with people.
it would always be packed, and that was just for some reason we picked. Oh, I know why. Because Arena Bar's address was 218 Mulberry, and 218 was our old section at the Meadowlands, and that's why we went with Arena Bar. So we kind of went there.
I would never
our own,
go.
Yeah,
I'd
that's
be just being
that
honest. I
used
would
to
never
be-
go on that side.
That used to be
American-
such a good place, though.
What American whiskey is today is what we used to do back in 2007 at an Arena Bar. To tell you the truth, I think, Short Scott, I don't know if you would agree with me, but I think back in those days, anything went. Like, it was crazy, the Arena Bar.
That's where the infamous
Melrose.
Sam Wu and Barry Melrose incident happened, which made the Fox 5 news out here.
I gotta get that clip. I gotta get that clip.
Yeah. Find that clip, producer Sam.
And also, I hit Barry Melrose with the Ranger Suck confetti that was all it had all, not Band-Aid, the rubber bands.
Rubber band that didn't break.
Yeah, that didn't break, and it smacked him right in the face by accident.
Oh yeah, accidentally on purpose.
By accident, yeah. By
Accidentally.
accident.
And we dangled
and it accidentally hit him, yeah.
We dangled the wallet off of a fishing rod right in front of him too.
Oh, but the other reason why we went is because Sam's right. What we had at Arena Bar is basically what we now have in American whiskey, and we were treated like gold there, and we just it was cheap drinks. It was a good time. It would get packed, and even after games, like they would kind of switch up their atmosphere. But because we were always there, like the bouncers would be like after games, they would switch their atmosphere, and you couldn't wear a jersey in there. Like it was more of like a club type bar. But the bouncers would see us. They'd be like, "Oh, what's going on, guys? Yeah, you guys can come in. Yeah, we don't care about the rest of them, but you guys can come in." So we were treated very well at Arena Bar. So we were there until Arena Bar basically was in like a second or third kind of version of itself, and then we finally gave up on the place because it just became just nothing like it was. But yeah, we always hung out on that other side of the arena. So for me, hanging out on that side of the arena and seeing the Brodeur statue, that to me is like my normal way in, not coming from the train station.
Actually, I got the clip.
Yeah, see, I'm
coming.
I'm the opposite, because I'm always in the train. Even when I was back then, in Jersey, like you take the train in, it would be well, first off, buy like a 22, and then you drink it on the way through the skywalk, off of the train, through the building, then you get outside, you smoke a joint, and then you'd go right to either Dino Barbecue or where American. I don't remember the names of the bars that they were, but I mean those three bars or
Brick
4
City
bars
or Edison Ale House. It was Brick City or Edison.
Brick.
Ale House.
Oh, that's right, Edison Ale House. Yeah. That's where we would always end up. We never went me and my friends. We would never go to that opposite side over there. So for me, I don't know, the Marty statue. I don't know. Peter is saying that it's breaking. I haven't seen it in a while, but I personally would prefer that to be in Championship Plaza. Put the champion in the Championship Plaza, and I think you'll see a ton of people posting pictures of it in social media and just having it being like one of those things like, oh, let's get our picture at the Marty statue, and that's the way it should be.
Especially now, because this team, I think it's safe to say this team is going to be good for a while now. And there's going to be a lot of time spent in Championship Plaza and on Edison Place, watching us on the big stage outside there in front of American Whiskey, just kind of hanging out there. So it would probably behoove the teams to move that over sometime soon, but they probably should replace it with something else and just.
But I got the clip. I got the clip.
James Dolan is not happy that I'm changing internet providers coming up soon.
Okay. I got the clip. Remember the
clip? Here we go. Linda Schmidt.
Yeah.
Linda Schmidt.
I actually called her Penny Crone, and she got insulted. I thought it was Penny Crone.
All
right.
Inside New York television baseball.
All right, so I'll play it right now. Hold on a sec. Let me just
Sounds?
back up here. No, I got to back up. Hold on a sec here. Let's see right now with I guess is that Fox 5 News?
Fox 5, yeah, it's Fox 5.
All right, here we go.
Well, I'll tell you what, Barry Melrose, he got quite an earful out here tonight. He had said some not so nice things about the city of Newark, but tonight Newark responded. Devils fans chanted a curse word, and that was the welcome that Barry Melrose received at the Arena Bar in Newark. But the ESPN hockey analyst knew that it was all in fun. What is your reaction to this reaction? They're not exactly calling you a nice name.
No, they're great. There's no problem at all. I've been booed by 17,000 people. A couple of guys yelling at me doesn't bother me very much.
Now, Melrose braved coming into Newark after saying this about the area surrounding the city's new hockey arena called the Prudential Center.
Don't go outside, especially if you got a wallet or anything else, because the area around the building is awful.
And fans were ready for Melrose. They dangled a wallet over his head.
He redeemed himself by showing up here.
It takes a lot of guts for somebody to talk trash about a city and then turn around and walk through the middle of it.
He showed a lot of character coming down here for what he said.
Melrose apologized to the owner of the New Jersey Devils
that was me in the back.
And to the city of Newark.
I think it takes a big man to come down, admit he's wrong, and see for himself.
I hold no ill will. We've all said stupid things. Lord knows I've put my size 14s in my mouth many a time. So you forgive and you forget.
Everybody should come and see it because it's not like what you hear. The restaurants are great. The areas are great.
All right, so it looks like all is forgiven, but I'll bet you that Barry thinks twice before he knocks Newark again. In Newark, New Jersey, I'm Linda Schmidt, Fox 5 News.
All right.
Wow.
Little
So
blast
Sam,
from the past right there.
Sam, question. If we did not post up there at the Arena Bar and do what we did, does Barry Melrose go to the Arena Bar or one of the other bars? Because all three of those interviews, Jeff, Charles, and Pete, were part of our crew.
Yeah,
they interviewed three people in our crew. Well, at least we're at one point in our crew. And then you walk by in the background. So I don't know. So Scotty, that's the type of atmosphere that we brought to Arena Bar. Like, we would have tables reserved for us when it would be packed, reserved to, you guys can sit right here. So not to say that we were special or anything, but we were just us, loud and obnoxious and a good time.
All right.
I
don't know. Yeah. Every time I went by, it was like a dance club. So I was just like, nope. No, thank you.
Yeah. Well, that's because you didn't go by. It's because you weren't there at 3 p.m. You weren't there.
That's true. That was true. Yeah. That was definitely true. But whether or not, we got a pretty damn good spot right now at American Whiskey.
Oh, we do.
We like seeing people come down and hang out. And now that we're officially on the other side of the arena, they should move that Marty statue over by us now. So that's what I'm.
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
They can replace it with a Vanderbeek. We can put a Vanderbeek statue on the other side there. You know.
Or can you replace it with a statue that is essentially a statue of Randy McKay climbing the glass? That would be a pretty rad statue.
Ooh.
No, I want that in Championship Plaza too. Don't do that to Randy. No, I want that. It's one of my most favorite moments in Devils history. Against the Bruins.
He's a good friend of the podcast, by the way, Randy McKay.
Randy McKay's good.
That would be great against the brick wall. having Randy up there. Even if they should put a bit painting on that brick wall, and it should be Randy like climbing up like that. And they should have one with Henrique scoring against, like jumping up against the glass when he scores the goal against the Rangers.
So how about this? So the statue for that other side of the arena is Lundqvist on all fours defeated. And we would have to make Billy Dean take a picture in front of it.
No,
that's a good idea.
It's even
that's
better
a good idea.
When TNT is in town and Lundqvist has to sit at the table with that in the background, that'd be even better.
Oh, I mean, there should be something on that other side of the building, but maybe kind of like if you go into the Capitol building. There should be
something, yeah.
So if you go into the Capitol building in D.C., there's Statuary Hall, where every state has a statue, or it's like one or two statues of like prominent people from each state. So maybe that's what Championship Plaza becomes. It's just statues of those big time moments, like the salute for Brodeur, which is there already. Maybe the McKay thing when he climbed the glass. You have Henrique when he scored the goal. There's a couple things you could do. Maybe that's what Championship Plaza becomes, is those championship
Stevens
moments.
Lifting the cup in 95.
Yeah,
first
Stevens
time.
Stevens lifting the cup. So you could do a lot there. And you can really kind of turn that into a very cool place. It's already a cool place to hang out, but I think it could be an even cooler place to hang out, especially if we happen to kind of invade into that space with the podcast at some point, which would be rad as well.
Mm-hmm. They should just put a big like bronze Devils logo statue on the other side or something like that. I don't know, like. I don't want any. I don't know. I would want everything like in that one central area in Championship Plaza. Like, unless you're going to put them on the four corners of the arena. But like I said, I don't know. I'd rather have them in Championship Plaza.
I mean, speaking of other corners of the arena,
James Dolan internet again.
Now that the restaurants are closed on the other side, so yeah, I don't know. They should have something on that other side, but move Brodeur to Championship Plaza because he's the reason why we have three champs. That's without a doubt.
Maybe that will help them get over the hump. Winning cup.
I think definitely, and I think there should be a Stevens one as well, raising the cup. I think that would be fantastic. McKay, that would be amazing if you can get one, but I also wouldn't mind just a painting on a mural on that brick wall. Same thing if you can't do a Henrique statue like that. Same thing, have a painting up on that wall.
Why not
celebrates it?
Why not? Why not have 3 statues of the Stanley Cup in there?
It's an interesting idea.
Yeah. Damn James Dolan internet.
R. Nunez, put a statue of the Devil's mascot on the other side. There you go.
That's very nice.
Just kind of like thinking off the cuff. Maybe on the other side. So maybe on the other side you have some kind of a statue or some kind of a not necessarily a mural, but maybe some kind of a statue of the different maybe you have like the Scouts logo, the Rockies logo, and then the Devils logo. And then you walk towards Championship Plaza where the franchise really made it big, and winning cups. So maybe that other corner becomes like the history corner where you've got the Scouts and
or maybe the original logo with the N and the J. Oh, there he is.
Yeah, I'm back. Damn James Dolan. I hate James Dolan. Sam, put up.
I don't know what he's saying. You're saying put up what? It's okay.
That's another good one too.
Shorts guy.
PVD, Johnny Mac scoring. That's a good one for like a painting on the wall, I think. That might be a really nice one there.
Yeah.
The McKay, the Henrique, the Johnny Mac, those are great because that's 3 different eras too of Devils hockey.
Yes.
From the 80s, the 90s. Oh wait, was McKay? Was that? Yeah, that had to be in the 90s, right? Or was that early 2000s?
It was
no,
90s.
that had to be in the 90s.
90s,
95.
Yeah. 95. McKay
Yeah.
came around 92, I think. 91.
Yeah, it was 90s.
Yeah, that was in the yeah.
Friend of the podcast.
So that's
okay.
Good.
That's
friend of the
3
podcast.
different eras of Devils hockey right there that you could have, and you could get a local artist, someone from New Jersey to paint that. That would be fantastic. That would be absolutely fantastic.
The Devils would find a way. Unfortunately, Beer Baron.
Are you kidding me? It won't be done until like 2045.
Yeah, well, at least it'll be getting done because the Devils will find a way to screw it up. They'll hire someone from frickin' Western Canada who knows nothing about the team, but because
we'll just get Frank from American Whiskey. He'll have it done in a week. No problem.
That's the male version.
Frank will just be like, he's just like, I got some guys. Don't worry. They'll have this done by no time.
Yeah. Yeah, if Frank was in charge, it would get done. But if the Devils were to do it, they'd hire someone that was able to do a good corporate interview.
Yeah.
So,
this is
terrible.
Frank. Yeah, I'm going to build you a big stage on Sunday. And then Sunday passes by, and then Monday, the day of the game. Sorry, it was raining on Sunday. We're building it now. It'll be done in 10 minutes.
That was on a Tuesday, Sam. That was on a Tuesday.
Oh, then I had my
Tuesday. It was built between noon and 3 in the afternoon.
Yeah, it was like still freshly painted as I put my equipment on there on that big stage.
Yeah, so I mean, there's a lot of stuff that they can do over there. I think they've done a great thing with, having the cornhole and the hockey shoot 'em and stuff like that over there. I mean, I think that's really good idea. Getting like the cover band to play. I think that's a really good idea. People always love that. So there's ways that they can improve it and make it better. And, put a couple beer stands out there and, man, you could be raking in the money. Get a little funnel cake action or some hot dogs and burgers or something like that. I mean, people will be eating it up.
Yeah, or just go to American Whiskey and wait in line.
Well, yeah. I mean, eventually they're going to wander down to us anyway.
Yeah.
There's a beer stand
because we're going
to
see the stage.
The big
stage
is
the
outside
stage.
American Whiskey, along with the beer stands, and I'm sure there'll be 2 next year because the big stage will be really drawing them in. Just forget it. Just come hang out in Edison Place with us at American Whiskey.
Yeah, I mean, I know there's nothing wrong with you get a beer over there, you take a couple pictures by the statues, you finish it up. All right, I'm going to get another one now in American Whiskey. Get a little pregame action going on here. Nothing wrong with that.
No.
It can be done. It can be done.
It can be done. It can be done.
So, so where are we putting this Hall of Fame?
TBD. We still have to figure out who we're going to induct. We still have to figure out who we want to induct. Holy crap. Like we got.
Well, I think like we said, the five jerseys, I think you go with McMullen, Lamoriello, and Doc.
Yeah.
Those I think are your first like 8 right there.
Class.
Yeah. Either that if you want to break it up into 2 classes, that's fine.
What did the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame do when they first opened? Did they just start off with 3 musicians, or how did that work?
They're just out there because they don't know what the hell they're doing. So that's my take on the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. There's so many legendary bands that aren't in that just blow my mind. So
that's Cleveland for you.
Yeah. All right.
But I think that's a great idea. Do you make it just by, how they went in? You have the first year, maybe like Stevens, Danico, McMullen, then the next year you got, Niedermeyer, Brodeur, Eliash, Lou Lambs, McMullen and Lamoriello in the first year. and then you get Doc, Needs, Patty, and Marty in the second year. I mean, however you want to do it. I mean, I think those 8 should be your first ones going in, and then
So
maybe lower it to like 2 a year, 3 if you really, really have someone. But I think maybe just like 2 people a year, and then celebrate them.
See, I kind of went in a different direction in my thoughts on this. The first maybe 2 or 3 years, you're going to really put a bunch in, but I think the first year, you kind of have to go with you kind of have to look at it and kind of spread it out across the history of the team. Oh, I can't
There
wait
he
till
is.
my new internet. I can't wait till my new internet. Anyway, before my internet takes a dump on me again, I think you have to spread it out.
I mean, I agree.
Yeah. So here was my thought. You got McMullen, the guy that brought us the team,
Right.
and you have Lamorello, so you kind of have your builder category, kind of like what they have in the NHL Hall of Fame. But then I think for your first class, you may have to go. It's like potentially 6 players throughout the history of the franchise, and I think one of the first that you start with is Chico. Not just because he's a friend of the podcast, but he was one of the first real, all-time Devils. One of the first guys here. You can also have, along with Chico, you can have Dano, longtime Devil, whole career. You can have someone like, in the first year, Kirk Muller. Again, we're kind of spanning the early years of the franchise there. And then you can start moving into the later 80s and then into the early 90s. And then you would have, I think, a player like Fetisov, who basically had to jump ship from Russia to be here, which is a pretty big deal. And then you have Stevens and Brodeur. So you're kind of spreading it out over that first 20-ish, 25 years of the franchise of players who were pretty big in the franchise at the time, because Elias is going to be in, Niedermayer is going to be in, they're going to be in. But I think you kind of have to look at the franchise as a whole, and maybe you throw Elias and Niedermayer in that first class. Maybe make that first class of players 10 players or whatever. But I think you have to have a good, solid base of players from the beginning of the franchise. (2012-ish), I guess, would be a good kind of benchmark date to end. That was just my thought. Just being the history guy that I am, you've got to have players from the early days go in as the foundation of the team that was not very good in those days, but were still pretty landmark players for the time.
I see what you're saying, but I just don't see. I don't know. I just wouldn't put them in as a first class. I think your early days would be McMullen and Dano, and then you have your middle there with Stevens and Lamorello when Lou came aboard, and then Marty goes all the way to 2014, as you can see on the banner hanging in the background. So he's kind of your, your one that there's long, and then Niedermayer and Elias in the middle there. I think that kind of like spans the generations. And no disrespect to Muller or Chico, I just don't think they would be tops like first year type of thing. Definitely Chico should be 100%, not only for his playing, but his broadcasting career as well. Which he's probably more well known for now as for Devils fans.
For now, for Devils fans now. But that's why I believe he should be in that first class, because historically as a player, he was one of the first faces of the franchise when they came over here. I mean, he's in all the promo stuff from when they were first here in '82. So, maybe potentially that first year is a little bit front loaded, where you get a bunch of players to span, almost the entire length of the franchise, history-wise, to kind of where you get a bunch in just from all the different decades, so that everyone's represented from the history from day one to current, and then you start kind of filling that in as you go along. That was just that's kind of my thought with that one is you have a good base of everyone from every decade of the franchise, and then you just kind of fill in those slots in the years going forward.
Okay. It's an interesting thought. I mean, it's two different, ways of thinking about it, So, we'll see if they actually decide to do something. I think it's definitely long overdue, and there's plenty of players and plenty of historical moments and plenty of lines that can be represented out there, in a Hall of Fame. So way overdue. Devils, get it done and move that statue, damn it.
Absolutely. Is that your final thought?
Yeah, that's my final thought. Move the damn statue and get a Stevens one. Get a Scotty one of him raising the cup, 95 style. Let's go. Championship Plaza. Put the championships there. Let's put the championship in Championship Plaza, okay?
There we go. That's where the party's going to be when we win it in 2025. It's going to be Championship Plaza. And we'll be broadcasting live from the championship party, because American Whiskey will have their balcony out there. We'll be overlooking the party.
That's right.
Yep, a confirmed, unconfirmed source again.
Yep. Oh, there he is.
Here's my final thought for this week. My internet sucks. That's it.
Sam Wu?
And you're muted. Sam Wu is muted.
Oh boy.
But it's about to go. James Dolan internet very soon.
I can't wait.
We're
gonna celebrate.
To happen.
We're gonna go
I
live.
can see the light at the end of the tunnel.
We're gonna go live when I have new internet. I'm gonna chug beers. Maybe we'll bring Max on the chug beers with me on my brand new internet. It'll be just, it'll be a mess when we celebrate my first day with my new internet. And I'm get out from underneath the thumbnail of James Dolan and his dumb Rangers internet, and I don't have to pay him any more dollars to support that stupid blue team across the river. I hate them.
Very well said.
Thank you.
My final thoughts. Thank you to Nate for this idea, especially during the off season.
Yeah, right.
But you know what? This was a very productive, constructive conversation that I'm sure the New Jersey Devils are like, "Hey, that's a great idea. Let's start writing down what you're saying." Yeah.
Watch it happen in the next 6 months.
Yeah. 3 weeks from now. Oh, a press release.
Yeah. Brand new idea from straight from the front office and the minds of the New Jersey Devils.
Yeah, and we'll give each other a pat in the back on social media, and then just like it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep. Let's get all the interns to like the post.
Yeah. My final thoughts. I mean, this thing is well overdue. I think you need to find space for it somewhere in the arena, where it's almost like a museum. Like the Yankees have something special, in their stadium. I know the New York Giants at MetLife Stadium, they have something special as well. So I hope the Devils put a lot of thought into it instead of just rushing into it as a marketing gimmick. I think it's something important if you want to talk about history.
We've done the legwork for them, Sam. We've done the legwork. We've given them potential locations on tonight's podcast, and we've given them a potential first class. So we've done the legwork. So when this happens, Devils fans, just just think that who was the first to talk about it? It was the Let's Go Devils podcast, courtesy of Nate, in this conversation on July 30th of 2023. So when the Devils put this out as a press release on September 1st that they're going to do a Hall of Fame, just remember who spoke about it first.
And just remember, it all started with a cookie. It all started with a cookie. Yeah. All righty. We're getting out of here. I want to thank all those tuning in as we are approaching 700,000 downloads. Projected to hit 1 million downloads by possibly the outdoor game in February, which would be.
Could you imagine the outdoor game was our 1 million download party?
Wow.
Sometimes things are meant to be. I mean, if that happens,
man.
it happens. I'll tell you, it's going to be a fun time.
I will.
Go ahead.
I will personally sacrifice myself to chug a bunch of beers with Max at the outdoor game. Max, you and I are chugging beers at the outdoor game regardless, but if we have to do it to celebrate 1 million downloads, it's going to be even better. And hopefully by then, it'll be a brand new beer.
Yeah, and you have brand new internet at your house.
Oh,
Sorry, I had to bring that up
internet.
again.
I hate James Dolan. I do love when they blow that dump up in the Godzilla 1998 movie. It's the only good scene.
Alrighty, getting out of here. Enjoy your commute tomorrow. Download us. Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeart app, Spotify, Amazon Music Prime, Audible. There you go. Till next time, let's go Devils.